You've never had trouble with your weight that I could ever see.
No,
see
you know what I have done my entire life? I'm taking, even as we speak, I'm trying to take off those internal 5 pounds. I gained 5 pounds. When I was much younger, I was trying to keep my weight down to 125, and I always was up at 130. Finally, I said, oh, to hell with it. I'll go to 130. So then I shot right up to 135, so I was always taking off that 5 pounds. So now I weigh, I said, all right, when I got off, now 140. So I'm always taking off that 5 pounds. So that's what I do. I'm always taking off.
I could stand to lose 5 pounds myself.
No,
a few times.
You're perfect, just the way you are.
And see, when I'm on film, I always seem to look larger.
Yes, it puts on pounds.
So I should really get rid of about 30 of the cameras that are on me right now.
There she goes.
It would help.
Oh,
So let's see.
what?
Fanny Flagg.
Oh, Fanny
I
Flagg.
always keep going back to Match Game because that's where I know
Perfectly
you're
all right.
from. You know.
Oh, Fanny was good.
My father used to run around in women's clothes when I was a kid. He wasn't gay or anything, but he just like ran around in women's
I
clothes.
love that.
They'd party, of course, booze, you know.
Yeah.
They'd party, and he'd leave and come back in my mother's clothes. I'd be in stitches. I was about 10 years old at the time. I was in stitches, and that same kind of warm, fuzzy feeling, like, oh, everything's fabulous when you're laughing like that, is what I got from watching Match Game.
Really, oh, that's
Absolutely. Same as what I saw in people's eyes as I was like doing my uncle's wedding, you know, and same as I'm on stage now when I'm making
Yeah.
people laugh. They're all smiling and laughing. It's just the best.
And Fanny was, she was we used to come to New York together. We'd stay at the Wyndham Hotel. And she's from the South.
Really?
Yeah, never guessed. And she would pull open all the drawers and take things out. And I said, wait, I said, you know there's a 2-step process here. 3 steps after you pull the drawer out, you remove the piece of clothing, and then you push the drawer back. She said, oh, I never learned that. I never learned that about pushing the drawer back and all that. When she left my house, she came to stay for a couple of weeks. I said, I'm going to take pictures of the room. Well, I want you to leave. She just was like, well, ha-ha. And I turned into Felix. Because she was, I'm not that way naturally, but she was so much like Oscar. I found myself going around picking stuff up. But, oh, she's a great girl.
I'm more of an Oscar as well, which in this line of business isn't good. Not only do I have one set of clothes strewn all over the place, but I have 2.
That's right.
Working for 2 people here.
That's right. That's right. You
Actually, it looks like we had a party, invited 20 of the most fabulous drag queens over, and all at once it just exploded. You know, I relate to Oscar, yes, very well.
And he is like that in person, there's no question about it. He's the kind of person like you go, darling, where's the phone bill? He goes, oh! And he would lean in and
Exactly.
know exactly where it is. You know, you think, well, you couldn't find anything.
Exactly.
He went away once and I had to pay the bills. Well, I mean, talk about a sight no man should see and live. It was. I was there for days and I was calling him on the phone and it was just terrible. But he knows what it is. He gets it every day. He sees life in a different way. And he's the happiest. The children, my youngest son Adam and his wife Nancy, and my beloved granddaughter Olivia, whom I am crazy about, will be in show business. You know, I said she'll run away from home by the time she's 16. If I'm still alive, I'll have an apartment in New York and I'll have a bedroom for her. She sang with me one night at dance, and everyone was. She was only 5. Is she 5? She was only 5.
Did she sing?
Yeah, because in my act I have a thing where I talk about nobody said anything about my granddaughter, and I take a picture of my granddaughter and I sing. What do I sing, honey?
Sing your smiling face.
Your smiling face mixed with.
Till there was you.
So there was you. He did this wonderful arrangement. So one night she was at the show, so we said, would you like to sing? She said, yes. So her mother and father were saying, you know, she made up one. I said, well, she did. I knew her. She pushed me out of the way, and I said, and here is my granddaughter, and she's going to sing for us. Well, she got up, she pushed me out of the way, she jumped up on the seat, she said a couple of things. I had no idea what she did. She was trying to do a pattern. But of course she didn't get the idea of a pattern has to be either have a point or something. And then she sang her song. She couldn't have been happier. Said she's Ethel Merman's granddaughter. So, well, she's